Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am your host, Tommy. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Happy Monday, you guys. Happy motherfucking Monday. This is what now? This is, 3 games in a row. How y'all feeling on that? I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. Our defense is fucking fire. On fire. But we're going to get to that defense later. But yeah, the Bills absolutely crushed the Texans 40-0. I told you guys on Friday, right? Didn't I tell you this was not going to be a close game? Didn't I say that? I predicted 55-6. I was being nice with the 6 points. And yeah, I mean, they scored nothing. They scored 0. And by the way, we scored 40. We should have scored 50 if it wasn't for the absolute, rain fest that we had in Buffalo, which didn't help. But either way, 40-0, I'll take it. That's an ass whipping all day. And listen, I couldn't be happier. Now, the start of the game was a little sloppy, no doubt. One of the balls sailed on Josh Allen, turnover. But the defense held their own. The defense shut them out, right? 4th down. Get the fuck off the field. Like, that's what we've been doing pretty much all season. Even the Pittsburgh game, we really only allowed 16 points. If it wasn't for the special teams blunder, we potentially could have won that game, even as bad as we did playing offensively. So it just goes to show you how good this defense has been since week 1. And they're only getting better, by the way. Only getting better. That's the scary thing. We are super deep, by the way. We had guys step up in this game. Jaquan Johnson had an interception. He played very well in place of Jordan Poyer. And that's an awesome thing to see for the future because he's a young kid. And, we all know Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, the best safety duo in the NFL. Well, they won't be here forever. Eventually, their time's going to come where they're going to leave or age or whatever. And that's good to know that we got these young guys and waiting in the back for their chance. And they're proving it each time when they have to be called up and handle their business. And they do. And that's awesome to see, man. It really is awesome to see. But let's get to the stats here. So, Allen went for 20 for 29. So he had the rough start. So he had the interception in the very next drive. He way overthrew Diggs. And I thought, man, is it going to be like a sloppy kind of game, but we'll just pull it out? But I still kind of had faith. I kind of had faith that the rain would settle down too. And which it did. It did. It eventually settled down. And Allen went 20 for 29, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I'll take that. That's fine, especially in those conditions, right? I'll take that all day. Davis Mills, on the other hand, 11 for 21, 87 yards, and 4 interceptions. Yikes. Didn't I tell you guys? I told you guys Friday. Leslie Frazier eats these rookie quarterbacks up for breakfast, man. He eats these quarterbacks up. And I've been saying it. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. Little delay there. Dog. See, when you guys go live and if you got animals at home, things can happen. But anyways, I told you guys on Davis Mills, I knew this was going to be a problem for him. I knew that Frazier was going to mix it up. And sure he did. He sent blitzers from all different angles. Davis Mills had no idea what was going on. I told you guys, the Texans were one of the worst teams in the NFL on offense and defense. I think they ranked 28th and 26th. That's pretty much the worst in the league, right? I mean, there's only a couple more teams that have worse stats, right? There was no other way this game was going to be a good outcome for Houston. The only good outcome for Houston would have been if they, I don't know, put up 10 points on us or something. Like that would have been, I guess, satisfying for them, right? If they somewhat hung around for a little bit, like it just, it was sloppy offense by them. Davis Mills, like I said, 11 for 21, 87 yards, 4 interceptions. I didn't look up his quarterback rating, but I'm sure it's god awful. Their rushing yards were terrible, by the way. I don't know what they were. Let me see here. So the rushing yards, I want to say 45. No, 48. They have 48 total rushing yards. Not good. Not good. Not good. The Buffalo Bills defense just smashed that offensive line. Ed Oliver was a beast. Star Lotulelei was a beast. God, did we miss Star or what? Like from last season? Like, I'll be honest with you guys. Like when we first signed Star, even the first season, I'm like, like I didn't really see it, stats wise. I didn't understand it. But then diving deeper into what Star does, I appreciate it. Now I get it because the guy takes on 2 or 3 blockers. He frees up space for Ed Oliver to be on one-on-one, and it's just a total nightmare for these offensive linemen to handle. Scott coming in. Scott Blakely. You've been pretty spot on your game calls, my man. Yeah. I told you. Hey, listen. I mean, this was an easy one, right? The Washington game was an easy one. The Dolphins game was an easy one. I keep telling, listen, and we'll go back a little bit on some of these games that I call. So the Tua game, the Dolphin game, the Tua game, whatever you want to call it. Listen, I know some people still have some kind of faith on Tua, and I usually, to be honest with you, with players, even coaches, I have like a 3-year rule, is what I call it. 3-year rule. So if you're a head coach, you got 3 years to prove it. You got to at least do better in each season, right? I know it's like not an instant thing most of the time, right? So even with rookie quarterbacks, I always got to, you got to give it a 3-year kind of window. I mean, at least in my eyes, right? But with Tua, it's like I didn't see any wow factor in his rookie season. Nothing that like was like, all right, you know what? He did some really good things and he just has to improve on this. And man, like, yeah, this guy could actually be something good. Well, then going into week 1 of this season, he looked like the same Tua from last season. Nothing changed. They brought in more weapons for the guy, and he was just still the same Tua that I saw from last season, which was he just didn't. He, like once you take him off his first read, he's stuck. And for some reason, he's not that mobile like he was in college. Maybe it's the injury bug, like he's worried about getting hurt, whatever. But he stays in the pocket a little bit. He messes around too much back there, and he gets caught up, and he doesn't know what to do. And I knew Leslie Frazier would bring it from all different directions, confuse the hell out of him, just like week 17, sorry, from last season. When we demolished the Dolphins, we confused Tua. It was the same thing. If Tua would have stayed in that game, that score would have been worse. I'm telling you right now. We would have had multiple interceptions. He probably would have fumbled the ball. Who knows? That game could have been way worse for the Dolphins. And yeah, that's why I called that game. The next game, Taylor Heineke, though, by the way, Taylor Heineke played pretty good this weekend. I got to give him some credit. I said I'd take Taylor Heineke as a backup. I wouldn't mind him as a backup. Like he's a decent backup in this league. I would not mind him. But I knew that Leslie Frazier, who's one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, been in the NFL forever, was the head coach. I mean, he has a proven track record. Proven track record against rookie quarterbacks as well, by the way. I knew he would confuse the hell out of Taylor Heineke, and I knew that he would shut him down. And sure to fuck enough, he knew what to do. He knew what Taylor Heineke liked to do. He took it away from him. That's why I predicted that game to be a blowout, and in which it was. And then this game, same thing. Davis Mills, a third-round rookie. I knew his flaws. He holds the ball way too long. And then when he finally releases it, it's like kind of like the defender's already kind of are there. They already know where he's going with the ball. I knew that he was going to get sacked. I mean, plus now you got to factor in the weather. Like, it was just not good for Davis Mills. And that's why I predicted that game too to be a total blowout. I gave him 6 points, like I said, and shit, they gave 0. So, yikes. Scott, what's your prediction with KC? Feeling it yet? Okay. I'll get to that. I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna get to the KC game. Like, I do my predictions on Friday, but I'll give it up here. I said earlier, like to begin the year when I did my record prediction before we played, and I did say these are my early predictions. Things can change. Like during the season, I could change my mind. Like, it depends on how I see the team going, right? I actually had us beating KC and losing to the Titans on the follow-up. Well, I don't anymore. Multiple reasons. KC, I still think we're going to win. I do. I think KC's defense is bad. They're just playing really bad, and they're going against a Bills offense that is finally clicking. That's finally found their mojo. And week 1, it wasn't there, right? Josh Allen was still kind of, trying to get used to Emmanuel Sanders, right? Trying to get that connection down, playing maybe a little bit sloppy, right? The offense just, Dable even, not the greatest play calling. Good. Get it over with. That fine. Week 1, I'll take that all day over week, an important game, let's say an AFC, for the AFC, to go in the playoffs and have home field advantage in that game has to count, right? Like the KC game. So fine, get that loss out of the way. So the Dolphins game, you kind of saw the offense starting to gel in the second half. Things were kind of clicking, like almost like they started finding their way again, their rhythm. And then week 3, and I called it. I said, this is the game that the Buffalo Bills are going to find their way on offense. They're going to finally find that rhythm they've been missing, right? For the first week and a half. First game and a half, let's say. And boy, did they ever. Like, it was just not perfect. It was pretty damn close to perfect game, right? Like, everybody was on the same page. Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, Dable play calling. Everything was just rolling, right? Then we go to Houston. Not perfect, but mind you, the weather, right? Buffalo weather is a bitch. Like, listen, if you guys play Madden, which it's a terrible game, but it's the only football game, so I have to get it, unfortunately. They have Buffalo Bills Stadium. Weather is a factor. Like, that's our home field advantage is the wind, right? The shitty fucking wind, right? So, yes. So, rainy, really rainy, a little windy, as usual. We still score 40 points. Like, Josh Allen still goes for 20 or 29, almost 70% completion percentage. He still throws for pretty much 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. He only had the one bad pass in the very first play, which it happens. Sometimes that happens. The ball sails on you. Like I said, the old Josh Allen, maybe the 2018 Josh Allen might have, not learned from that mistake and just kept sailing him. Who knows? But this is a different Josh Allen, right? This is the 4th season Josh Allen. This is what we expected when we drafted him, where we were hoping he would get. And he got there, and he's getting there, and he still hasn't hit that ceiling yet. I keep saying, man, this is going to be the most dangerous quarterback in the NFL once everything has gotten to be where he needs it to be. It's still not there. I still don't think he's there. He's so fucking close, though. But right now, I got him as if they're doing an early MVP race, gotta give it to Allen, man. Like, for now, man, he's just coming into his own. Once again, you're seeing that MVP 2020 Josh Allen. Once again, just learning from this one mistake, coming back out, and just boom, boom, firing all cylinders, man. Doing what he has to do, getting out of the pocket when the pressure's there. running when he needs to run, right? You don't see the fumbles anymore when he gets hit, right? He's running out of bounds when he needs to run out of bounds. He's doing all the right things. He really has learned so much. And that's why I love Josh Allen, man. He's taking everything like that they're telling him, and he's not just brushing it off. He's taking it in, he's accepting it, he's understanding it, and he's just working on his craft, man. Like this is why I love this quarterback, man. Guys, it's been forever since we had one that knows what knows what he's doing. He loves the city, he loves his teammates, loves the coaching staff. Like this is awesome, man. We got blessed. We really did, man. Jack has the remake of Brady. Yeah, I mean, remake of Brady and like Cam Newton. Like really, like, because Brady, Brady's not an athletic quarterback. Like I don't know how I should say that right, because I mean he's 44, he's still in the game, so he's technically athletic, but he's not like a scrambler. He's not like Josh Allen athletic, right? There's two different kinds. He's just a really smart quarterback. Tom Brady's a brilliant quarterback. He is. He's the smartest quarterback probably ever to play the game. He knows exactly where to step up in the pocket. He knows his reads. I hate the guy because he was in our division, but listen, I got to give credit where credit is due. So Josh is just a kind of a different quarterback in that sense because he's more athletic. He can run like a Cam Newton. But Josh is also getting that smarts, right? He's learning. And I think the coaching staff's learning too that one, that they cannot run Josh Allen all the time like they were doing in 2018, 2019, and some of 2020. You got to dial back a little bit. And I know you guys noticed, but Josh Allen, the design runs are getting less and less and less. And I was calling this last season. I told everybody, you cannot keep up with the design runs by this quarterback. I love it. I love the fact that he can scramble. I love the fact that it's there as an option, right? RPO, whatever. But if you do it too much, it's going to take a toll on him. And season 7, we're going to see a totally different Josh Allen if they continue to run him over and over and over and over. It just, listen, he's human. I know we think he's like this Terminator quarterback, but he can get hurt. He's been hurt. Shoulder injury in college, shoulder injury, I believe in 2019, right? Knocked him out. Or 2018. I'm sorry, 2018. What do you miss? Like 4 games? So listen, he's not invincible. So we got to be smarter in that fact. And I think I'll give it to Dable. He's dialed that back. And I praise him for that. I really do. Yep. See, Jack's noticed that too. Yep, exactly. Yeah, our running, man, listen. Our running game this season is like night and day compared to last season. And I did tweet out, I'll take the hit on this, that during the Houston game, I did say the same old offensive line run blocking struggling continues. I'm wrong. I'm a little wrong. I still don't think it's where it should be. However, I will say this as well. Sean McDermott shifted the line around. And we'll get into that. What you saw against Houston was a totally different offensive line. Cody Ford did not play. He got benched. And Feliciano was hurt. And guess what? From what I heard today, he ain't gonna be the starting. He ain't gonna be starter anymore, right? He ain't gonna be the left guard anymore. From what I heard, and from what I saw on the field against Houston, I'll take it. I don't mind. I mean, if they can continue to play like that, Spencer Brown, I gotta say, man, I wasn't thrilled with the pick initially, but my God, man, he may be this. I said Marquez Stevenson was going to be the steal of the draft for us. it might be Spencer Brown, man. I mean, we all know Gregory Rousseau is going to be an animal. He's going to be a beast. We all know Boogie probably going to be really good too. But I'm talking about a steal, like a fourth round pick, third round pick, like Spencer Brown. I don't think anyone really saw this coming, not this early. And I kind of said it in the offseason, like shortly after when I started like looking into Spencer Brown, kind of going over his tape on him. Bro, that dude is, for his size, he is super athletic. Like that dude, like he can play tight end if he wants. Like he is really athletic. He can move. He's a big man. He can block. Like he can bend. Like he does a lot of things, man, that a lot of guys his size they just can't do. So I saw that and I said, man, dude, if they can get this guy right, like get this guy ready for the NFL, just work on some techniques, right? Fundamentals. He could be a starter. I was thinking next season. But guess what? That motherfucker's starting now. That dude's going to be starting next week. Like he started last week. I'm sorry, but like this is it. It's official now. He ain't just a plug-in. He's the starter, man. And unless he loses it, unless he plays bad next week, which from everything that I'm seeing from Spencer Brown and hearing, he's gotten like he started slow in training camp, but as the weeks went on, he got better and better and better and better. And we're in fucking week 4, and then motherfuckers starting. Cody Ford, who we traded up to get, on the bench. Listen, I did a video on that draft. Everybody kind of slammed me. And I said, you know, and I love McDermott. I mean, not McDermott. I love Bean. But if he could do it over again, Metcalf was there. I'm just saying, like, we fucked up on Cody Ford. Can we all like finally be real here? Cody Ford was not the greatest pick in the world. Like, it's already turning out to be a nightmare, right? We've tried every position for this guy. We've moved him around the line. We shuffled him, right? He's been hurt. We put him on the field. He's doing bad. He's benched. He's back on the field again. He's benched again. Listen, man, like you eventually got to just take your L and just move on, or just have him as a rotational player or whatever. You know, I mean, maybe a backup offensive lineman, that's fine. But right now, the Cody Ford pick it's a bad one. Let's see here. Jack. Is Beasley injured? He didn't get hardly any playing going. Okay, no, he wasn't injured. Just didn't go his way. Like, you know, it was just, listen, it was one of those games that, listen, Josh Allen only threw for 248 yards. That environment with the rain and the wind, that was a running, that's one of those typical, you rush the ball, time of possession kind of game, which, by the way, we did. We had pretty much 200 yards rushing. We played very well. So that was more of a rushing style kind of game, and we still put up 40 points. So, no, Cole wasn't too involved, but it had nothing to do with Cole's play or anything like that. I think it was just the play calling was meant to like just be running, and we had a couple big chunk plays like the one to Diggs. Diggs finally had over 100 yards receiving. So it'll happen, but you'll see like Cole Beasley, for instance. I expect him to have a big game next week in KC. Probably better weather. We'll see when that, we'll see the weather report when it comes out, but I assume it'll be fine. Not like Buffalo. Let's see, Scott. I loved last year's draft. You can't hit on all the picks, but I'll take Bean's record versus GM. How do you think Miami feel right now? Yeah, dude. God, poor Miami, bro. I mean, I don't give a fuck, but those guys, man, like it's like no, listen, Bean's drafts overall, they've been fucking pretty damn good, bro. I like I said, I'm nitpicking when I'm talking about the Cody Ford thing, dude. Like, listen, no GM's perfect. You can't. It's almost fucking possible to draft a stud every pick. It's just like sometimes it's all a little bit of luck too, especially when you get in like the later rounds. You know, like it is what it is. You're not going to nail every pick, but look, since he's been here, right? 2018, fucking Josh Allen's we're talking MVP, right? Who nobody saw. Let's be real. Outside of Buffalo, and matter of fact, even some Bills Mafia fans and some beat reporters for Buffalo, some podcast people were not liking the Josh Allen pick. I was not one of them. I was so fucking hyped when they drafted Josh Allen. I'll never forget. I was working that night, but I stayed home just to watch our pick. I ran late to work. And man, dude, I was so hyped up, man, going into work on that pick. And then I got to work and the TV's on and then we drafted Tremaine right after. And I'm like, golly, man, do we not get the best fucking GM in the NFL? Like what a fucking draft, dude. And bro, it's just been spot on. Like I said, 2019, look, Ed Oliver's already finding his way, right? Now you see, like, bro, Ed Oliver, I'm telling you guys, he's not there yet, but man, when he gets there, like, he's going to be a fucking dog in this league, man. He's blowing up offensive linemen this year like no one's business, man. And listen, Devin Singletary, I keep saying it. Devin Singletary was a 3rd-round pick, you guys. Like, you guys are wanting what out of the man? The man's, look at his stats this season. Having a pretty good fucking year. Devin Singletary, by the way, this is running back by a committee, right? So he's not, even though he's an RB1 on the depth chart, he's still mixing and playing time with Zach Moss. So he's getting some carries taken away. He's still fucking, I got to check what he's averaging, but probably close to 5 yards a carry. If I had to guess, or damn close to it. He had, I believe, let's see what he had in this game. He had 79 yards rushing, 5.6 average. By the way, he would have had over 100 if it wasn't for the stupid Darrell Williams hold that was unnecessary. Didn't even need a hold. Devin Singletary had that run. Like, that was a stupid hold. And I think Devin Singletary had like 40-yard run on that play. So, I mean, he could have had a 100-yard game right there. So, I love the Devin Singletary pick. I know some people still don't like Devin Singletary. Bro, Devin Singletary is good, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Zach Moss. Listen, another 3rd-round pick. Dude is a little bulldozer. He's getting our touchdowns. He's exactly what we wanted him for. Short yardage, the goal line presence, perfect. I'll take it. That's fine. You know what I mean? By the way, whoever said Matt Breida is going to start, y'all, I fucking told you. I laughed when I heard somebody say that. I'm not going to name his name, but he had a video and he said Matt Breida is going to be the RB. They're going to be the starting running back. And I thought that was so funny. Like, no, he's not. Like, listen, guys, have you seen fucking Matt Breida? I can't find him. It's nowhere to be found. Same with Miami. Like, I'm being real here. Like, Matt Breida had his time in San Francisco, right? And you saw that his yards started going down. Then he got hurt. Then he went to Miami. Couldn't even make the roster there. So what made anyone think that he's just going to come to Buffalo and be the RB1, learn the playbook, know the system, can block be a good blocking running back for Josh Allen, right? That wasn't going to happen. I told everybody, not going to happen. Scott, let's see here. I love your channel because it's rare. I disagree with your takes. The RB running back need another chance for us to learn shit out. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Just with your takes, the RB. Well, I'm trying to rumble need to another channel for us to learn shit out of me. Yeah, dude. Thank you, Scott. It did, man. It did, bro. I don't get it. Like, listen, I'm a big Singletary fan. I was a big Singletary fan when we drafted him. I tweeted out during that draft, he would be a steal in the 3rd round. Like, you will not regret it. And I kept saying, Bills Mafia, I'm telling you, I know you don't know this guy because he played for a small school, FAU. Hey, FAU was a Division One. Okay, there's not like he played for Division Two, right? Like nobody, like they played nobody. Played for a Division One school. They fucking used the shit out of him. That's why his name's Motor, because he keeps going. And look how many yards he piled up at FAU. And I said, my God, man, if we can get him in a third round, it's a fucking steal. We got him in a third round. We barely used him for the first 4 games. We had Frank Gore starting. He still finished with 750 yards rushing. Still finished 5 yards a carry, which was tied with Derrick Henry. What more do you expect? What more do you want? Like, with, by the way, not the greatest run blocking offensive line. Just saying. Now, this season, I did say going into this season, the offensive line was finally healthy, right? There was no Brian Winters on this team. Cody Ford was supposedly healthy and ready to play. Okay. We right. Mongo's ready for week 1, which was supposed to be our big dog. And by the way, I still like Mongo. But you're not doing your job or somebody else playing better than you. Listen, man, I want a trophy for this team. I've been waiting so long. Been waiting forever. So whoever could do the job the best, you start. Like I don't blame McDermott for doing that. I don't. Darrell Williams has been a disappointment. I'll be real with you. I thought Darrell Williams last year was our best signing because, like, who knew? I don't even think he was supposed to start last season, and he played one of the best. Him and Deion Dawkins were our best offensive line last year. So I said, yes, resign this guy. Give him a chance for sure. Bring him back. But this season, he's been bad. Let's be real. He's been so bad. And guess what? Spencer Brown took his job. And Darrell Williams got moved over. It's not good when you're paying somebody top dollar and he's not doing his job. Like, I hate that. I fucking hate that. But it happens all the time. It happens all the time, not just our team, right? I mean, bro, teams pay their players buku bucks, big bucks, or free agents, and they don't do their job, and that's why fans start booing and getting pissed. And like, I get that, but I don't think he's playing god awful. He's not living up to his contract. He's definitely not living up to his contract, and I'll be real with you, he may not be on the team next season. Like, I think there's something in the contract where they can let him go after this year, and not lose much or something like that. I have to read more into it, but yeah, man, it's if I had to say one thing that's maybe negative about this team, it's probably the offensive line. We need to take care of that next season. We need to figure out what's going on there because you got to protect Allen. You really, that's our right. That's our main man, right? Main guy. That's our franchise quarterback. You cannot afford to get him hurt on sloppy offensive line play. The run blocking has to get a little better, though. I will say I liked what I saw against Houston with this new lineup. I did like it. I thought Spencer Brown did a fucking phenomenal job. He blocked very well. Ike did pretty well. I can't hate. Deion Dawkins clearly is still our best lineman. Mitch Morse is a vet. He should be playing like he's playing. And he is, I think, the second highest paid center in the league. So he's doing his job. Thank you. Not getting hurt. No concussions. Knock on wood. But yeah, we'll see. Well, the KC game is going to be interesting. And yes, Scott, we need a center. Listen, I called it earlier in the offseason. I think this is probably Mitch Morse's last season with us. If I had to guess, if I was a guessing man, I think Mitch Morse will retire. I think Mitch Morse, he's had too many concussions. Thank God he hasn't gotten hurt and concussion already this season. But I think his time is coming up. And I think the Bills know that. And they'll prepare. And listen, I wouldn't mind seeing Feliciano try the center position. I thought he held his own when we needed him, when he came into center a few times. That, and he has very good communication with Josh Allen. They're really like close. They're good friends. Like I just feel like they'll be on the same page. Is what I'm saying. And listen, Mongo is still a dog. I still think he's a pretty good offensive lineman. But if we don't draft a center, moving him, we already signed him. So why not put him at center until maybe you could find a better one in the draft or a free agent? I wouldn't mind seeing him at center. I mean, he's already on the bench now, right? So, like for instance, if let's say, God forbid, if Mitch Morse got hurt right now, you could put Mongo at center right now, and we would be. I think we would be okay. He should retire out of respect. Great player, and he needs to be healthy for his family. Yeah, Scott. That's what I'm saying. Like, no doubt. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I think he's doing like the there's been other players that did that. I forget. I'm having a brain fart here, but there was other players that did that. Like, their health was diminishing or whatever, and they just made it their last season. Right? It happens. So with him, like I said, I just hope he can last this season because this is a Super Bowl team, man. This is a Super Bowl team. We could finally say that, right, without lying to ourselves, right? Because every year you lie to yourself, right? We do. Let's be real. We're super fans. So every year was the year. Every season was the season, right? I'll say this over and over. Every quarterback we have ever had, this is the year. This is the quarterback. I like this coach. I like this defensive guy. I like this free agent we got. And it never worked. It never worked because we didn't have the coach in place. We didn't have the GM in place, right, to really build a team properly. And it was just a disaster year after year. We knew this, but we were still super fans and we still believed, we're going to the playoffs. We're going to Super Bowl. Well, in the back of our mind, we probably really knew it was far-fetched. Like that probably wasn't going to happen. Now, we could finally be real with ourselves and say, man, this is a fucking Super Bowl team. This is a Super Bowl roster. This is it. We have built this team since 2017, let's say, right? Since 2017, we have pretty much the same players in place, and then obviously adding the rookies in, right? Like Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. How often is that a safety duo that good stay together on the same team for that long, right? Starler Tule, it's been there since we signed him. I mean, we have a lot of return. Like this team, especially the defense, they all know Ed Oliver. Like this is all the same team. Trey White, been there since 2017. He ain't going nowhere. He got a contract extension. Matt Milano, he ain't going anywhere. He got a contract extension. Tremaine Edmonds, he probably isn't going anywhere. We're going to probably give him the contract extension, right? Levi Wallace, he's not the best, but he's not bad. I give him all the credit in the world, dude. He's a walk-on, undrafted player. He earned his spot on this team. He's a pretty decent cornerback too. I'm not going to hate on the guy. I just can't. I think he's done his job. Okay. He's not perfect, but he's definitely a decent number two. Can't hate on him. But my point is, this whole defense has been on this roster for a long time. Now what do? We keep on drafting, right? We get Greg Rousseau, right? We get Boogie Basham. By the way, Boogie had a sack. Good job, Boogie. Awesome to see. Mario Addison. By the way, if I had to guess, this is probably Mario Addison's last season with us and probably Jerry Hughes. I would like, if Jerry Hughes thinks he could play one more season, I wouldn't mind bringing back Jerry for one more season and have him retire a Buffalo Bill. Like, I would hate to see Jerry Hughes go somewhere and play for a year and go somewhere, barely play, just like a bullshit year. Like, I would love for him, like Thurman Thomas went for the fucking Dolphins. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Why? You should have just retired a Buffalo Bills. No reason to go to fucking Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, maybe obviously about the money, because there's no way it was about his playing or stats. Because I understood the Bruce Smith thing. I totally got that. He was going for a fucking record that, by the way, will never, ever be broken. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. 200 sacks is not in my fucking lifetime. That is not happening. Go look it up. Go see who the closest player is that's active in the NFL right now. It's not even close. They would have to average so many sacks this season. They'd have to stay healthy. They'd have to fucking be in the league for fucking like 15 plus seasons. Not gonna happen. Bruce Smith was, I don't know what, listen, I was talking about the Terminator earlier for Josh Allen. He is not the Terminator. Bruce Smith is about as close as a Terminator as you're going to get as far as health goes. That dude, I think, got hurt one time in his career. That was it, dude. And that motherfucker bought a Stairmaster, and that's what worked for him. Hey, boy, that's good for me, dude. So I don't blame him that he went to Washington to get the record. Can't. But if you're going to like the fucking like I wouldn't want Jerry Hughes to go somewhere for one season just to ride the fucking bench or be barely getting any snaps for what? He's not going for a record. You know what I mean? And I think he'll win a Super Bowl here because I truly believe we're going to win a Super Bowl this season. So why not? Just go out on your shield, man. Retire a Buffalo Bill, get a ring, and be done with it, man. If you want to come back one more season and be a rotational player, because that's what you'll be. Because I'm pretty sure Gregory Rousseau, AJ, and Boogie, they're going to be the main people getting the snaps. Then I would sure on a vet deal, give him one more season. Why not? Yeah. He was a bad motherfucker. He was a bad motherfucker, man. Ain't nobody fucking as bad as Bruce Smith, man. Like I listen. I love Jim Kelly. I love Thurman Thomas. I love Andre Reed, man. But if you want to look at the overall talent, Bruce Smith's the man, bro. Bruce Smith's the fucking GOAT, bro. Scott, he's the GOAT. He's the fucking GOAT of defensive edge. There's no, you can debate, anyone can debate with me outside of Buffalo. I'll fucking shut them down every time. I've had people try to debate me on the 200 sack thing. It can happen. I'm like, okay. Sure, records are meant to be broken. No doubt. But do the fucking math. See what it needs to be done. Like, see how long the player has to stay healthy for, how many sacks he has to average, and go back to the players that I remember that, like ESPN, NFL Network, were hyping up to get this 200 sacks. Like, they're going for it. They're going to, and I'll tell you who they are. J.J. Watt. Not going to happen. Can't stay healthy. His numbers are way down for sacks. Von Miller. Not going to happen. Getting injured a lot. Missing seasons. Sacks are down. There you go. I mean, there's my proof. Aaron Donald, right? How long will he last for? He's a beast, sure. But he has a ton to go before he's even close to 200 sacks. I'm talking many seasons. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, that's my real thing on Bruce Smith real quick. I know I got off topic, but he's the greatest of all time on the edge. There's no doubt about it. He is the sack king and will remain the sack king. So let's talk about real quick. I do want to get into one thing real quick. Real quick. I won't stay on it long. Cole Beasley. So Cole Beasley tweeted today, and obviously, if you guys are on Twitter, you know that fans are booing him. I thought the same thing last week when we played Washington. Or no, I'm sorry, I take that back. When we played Pittsburgh, the first game, I thought I said to them, I even tweeted, are they booing? Like, I had to question it because I don't want to. Maybe they are saying bees, but I'm not at the fucking game. Right? I'm at home. So I only hear boo. So I have no idea if that's bees or boo. Like, I don't know. So I tweeted out and somebody said, no, they're saying bees, right? I said, oh, okay. Yeah, fucking makes sense. Totally. And I just brushed it off after that. I said, all right, that's what there's. I'm sure he knows that. Like, I figured he would know. So, or somebody would tell him, right? Teammates, oh shit, whatever. Well, he tweeted today, it's kind of fucked up. I thought Bills Mafia was better than that. They're fucking booing me, blah, 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 blah. And then everybody was just tweeting it back. They're not fucking booing you. They're saying bees, blah, blah, blah. Well, he swears that like people behind him or he could hear, they're like saying boo and they're fucking talking about the vaccine shit or whatever. Listen, I'm sure there is some people doing that. But there's fucking bad seeds in every fan base. There's idiots all over the place. No doubt about it. I'm sure there's some random fans that are doing that. But for the most part, I would say 95% of the stadium is saying bees. So I would hope that his teammates would tell him, dude, they're saying bees, and maybe there's a few idiot fans, but that's gonna happen all over. You can't control retarded fans. I'm sorry, that's gonna happen, and you have to get used to that, right? But the one thing about Bills Mafia, for the most part, is we love our fucking players and we love our former players for the most part, unless you did us royally dirty while you were here. Let's say Kelvin Benjamin, right? Or fucking Trent Edwards, who was a fucking asshole, by the way. Never fucking liked our team, by the way. Fucking prick. Kelvin Benjamin, total fucking disrespectful to Josh Allen. Total fucking asshole. No one's ever going to fucking give him any love outside, in Buffalo. But shit, man, we've had fucking players here for a fucking season that we love still. Right? That we still give fucking Bills Mafia love to. So, Cole, we love you, bud. No matter what, I feel about this, whatever someone else feels about it, they're saying bees, relax, not the end of the world. No reason to get fucking, all crazy on Twitter about. So that's enough bees talk, but I just want to throw that out there. That was on Twitter today. It kind of made the rounds. They asked Sean McDermott. I'm sure he's like, what the fuck? All over again. God damn it, Beasley. That's what he's thinking, right? Because I'm sure that the Buffalo Bills have I forget what they call them, but somebody, a social media person. I know they do. And I am sure that got back to McDermott pretty quick. And they probably told him, hey, just a fucking heads up. Cole's at it again on the Twitter. You're probably going to get asked a shit ton of questions when you go for your press conference or whatever, your weekly conference. And he was already deflecting it. And God, I feel for the guy because I'm sure he's he could give a fuck at the same time. Because trust me, I'm telling you right now, anyone that says oh, it's going to be a distraction in the locker room, it's not a distraction in the locker room. It's not. All these players love each other. I'm telling you that right now. Cole's fucking tight with everybody. This isn't like a, Terrell Owens case where his teammates fucking despise him, but he's really good, but they'll just deal with his fucking bullshit. It's not the case. It's not the case at all. The players love Cole Beasley. All the players love each other for the most. I mean, from what I've seen and heard, it's a fucking tight knit group. So locker room distraction, that's not happening, by the way. Not happening. So it's just, I just feel for the coach because he has to get asked a million fucking questions. But moving on. Players that stepped up in this game. Big shout out, Jaquan Johnson from the U. Yes, yes, yes. I am a big Miami Hurricanes fan. I grew up in South Florida, moved to Detroit. The only fucking Florida team I like was the Miami Hurricanes growing up. I just like their swag, everything. I kind of like the Buffalo Bills growing up, right? Buffalo Bills were the first football team I ever watched. It was a playoff. It was right before the playoffs in 1989. They lost to the Bengals. And that didn't hurt as much because I just started liking them. I was like, oh, cool team. I like the colors and I think I was so young, bro, 12 or something. I was really young. And I was like, all right. And then the next season, I fucking didn't miss a game. I was fucking watching and I was fucking hooked. And bro, no joke, guys. I remember I live in fucking South Florida. There was no fucking direct TV where you can fucking watch games anywhere. This was fucking 1990, right? There's fucking nothing. It was only broadcast games I could watch. So I'd have to either fucking listen to the radio, like a fucking sports radio, or I don't even know how I was getting scores, or just watch a regular game and see the ticker go by when the Bills weren't on TV. And then what I would do is when we won, which was often, I go get a newspaper. Yes, newspapers. This is when we would get our sports section out of the newspaper, and I would get it on Mondays. Like, I'll never forget, dude. I was a little kid. I go get my 50 cents or whatever it costs, and I fucking go get the newspaper, and I would fucking literally cut out with scissors the little. They would have like the Buffalo Bills defeat whatever, Washington, blah 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 blah. They had the little story on how we beat them or whatever, the game, the game. And I'd fucking cut it with scissors and I put it on the wall in my bedroom. Dude, so I have like newspaper like of the season, each game, like every win. I didn't put up the losses, only the wins. And dude, it was cool. That was like the nerd in me, I guess you could say, the nerdy Buffalo Bill fan of me. Taping fucking news articles on my wall. So, but yeah, that's how I became a fan. And then I started watching college football, and I like the Canes. I like the swag, and it was just the color. I don't know, something about the colors, it was just cool. Like, I don't know. And then I like the players, of course. The players are fucking awesome. And then, but yeah, that's how I became a Buffalo Bills fan real quick. So I've been watching a long time. But anyways, Jaquan Johnson, and I did the same, Tommy. You are so hey, well, that is great shit. Yeah, bro. Like, thanks, brother. Jaquan Johnson, and then so Matt Milano got hurt, and I fucking hope to God he could play against KC because it's a fucking huge game. We really need him. But AJ Klein came in, and listen, I shitted on AJ Klein last season, in the beginning because I thought he played fucking bad for the first, like, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. But as the season went on last season, Klein started coming around, man. And I'm like, okay. And I think also you got to give Frazier credit on Klein because I think Frazier put him in on certain situational plays that fit more into Klein's style of play, right? And it showed on the field. But Klein came in yesterday, and man, he held his own, man. He fucking did. So big credit to fucking Klein for holding his own. Jaquan Johnson for coming in for Poyer. Big ups to him, man. Let's see here. 10 years old, 1986. I was saying because I like Buffalo because I'm a Native American. 44, never bad. Good times, bad times. Yeah, bro. I'm 43, dude. 43 years old. You guys know my age now. Been watching forever. I'll tell you what else is kind of funny, real quick to get off topic. Mind you, I live in fucking South Florida. Okay, not North Florida, South Florida, where it's fucking like 100 fucking degrees and it's humidity like a motherfucker. And I was begging my mom for a Buffalo Bills jacket, just begging her, and she gave me one for Christmas, an Apex. And dude, this jacket was so fucking sweet, bro. And it was expensive as shit. My mom had to order it. It was like $150 jacket. It was fucking like the big winter fucking jacket, but it was so fucking badass, bro. And I fucking wore that shit everywhere, dude. And you got to remember, it's fucking hot as fucking Florida, bro. And I didn't give a fuck. And people were laughing. I gotta give a shit because I don't know why I didn't get a jersey, but I got a fucking jacket. And I remember I played basketball one day. I took it off and I fucking left it at the park, and it was fucking gone. And my mom was so pissed. But yeah, dude. And you know what's funny? I still looking for that jacket on eBay to see if somebody has it. I can't find that shit anywhere. Like, I would buy that shit right now. I swear to fucking God, that shit was so pimp, man. But let me get on some other stuff real quick because I'm getting way off topic about fucking jackets. So let's real quick talk about the offensive line, even though I did a little bit. So you guys know next week, left tackle Dawkins, left guard Ike Bucker, center Mitch Morris, right tackle Spencer Brown, and right guard Darrell Williams. Let's see how they hold against KC. KC's defense is not the greatest this season, so I don't know if it's going to be a real test, but it'll be a better test than Houston. Let's put it that way. They have a better defense than Houston. Let's be real. For as bad as they've been playing, they are a better fucking defensive team than the fucking Texans. So it's going to be interesting to see how they hold up. Okay. Especially on the road. And Casey's crowd is legit. I'm not going to hate on Casey's crowd. They bring it. So this offensive line, like Spencer Brown, he's going to have to get used to the fucking noise, right? The offsides. Let's see if he fucking doesn't jump. That's what happens when crowds get loud. You're on the road. You haven't played much in the NFL. So this is going to be a big test for Spencer Brown on the road in a hostile environment. So I'll be looking for that as well. Ike Bucker, he's been on the team. He's a fucking vet. He'll be fine, I believe. We'll see how he goes. Everything else is fine. Like I said, the Darrell Williams thing kind of a little disappointing. But hey, if he's better at right guard, fuck it. Whatever it takes to win. I don't give a fuck. That's the offensive line. I'll take it, man. Forward, sit your ass down. Feliciano, sit your ass down until we figure out what we're going to do. By the way, the Buffalo Bills outscored their opponents 118-21 the last 3 games. My God, that is fucking unbelievable. That is what you call defense. Injuries, just a real quick. Milano day to day. That's better than week to week. Let's fucking hope he can play. Poyer day to day. By the way, I think Poyer could have played last week. I just think they just been against a bad fucking team. And they were probably like, you know what? I'm not saying he doesn't have an injury, but it probably isn't as bad as people might think. I think he'll play. And Teron Johnson's same thing. I think he'll play. The Milano thing, I don't know. I don't know because he's had a history on hamstring injuries. He has. It's like the one thing for some reason that's bugged Matt Milano. So hopefully get this right and he's ready to go because, man, Matt Milano's had a hell of a start to the season. He is definitely earning his contract, 100%. I do have a whammy award, and you guys know who it is. Listen, let's see if you guys know. Who got the whammy award of the week on our team, defense? Let's go in the chat. Scott, Jack, what you got? Who got the whammy award? Come on, man. You guys should know this. You guys should know this. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I do want to play something while you guys are figuring that out. Hold on. I do got a funny thing to play real quick. So I doubt any Texans fans are watching me right now, but this is funny. This is Bill Cowher and
side of the break, we should be rejoining Beth Mowens and Tiki Barber.
Mama said there'd be days like this.
Come on.
Mama said there'd be days like this. Shit's so funny, bro. Yo, I laughed my ass off on that, man. What was the question? Okay, the question was who got the whammy award? Who am I giving the whammy award to on defense? For the Buffalo Bills. Scott says Star. No, come on. Star got the whammy award? Nah, man. Star played great, by the way. He had a fucking sack. I couldn't believe it. Like, that's not what Star does. You know, Star frees up people to get sacks. Let's see here. 2004. Bills came to play the Niners in Candlestick Park. Man, there were so many fans. It was crazy. Yeah, bro. Fucking Bills Mafia, man. They fucking go everywhere, bro. Bro, while you guys are trying to guess the question, nope, it wasn't Jerry. Ed, you got it. Ed Oliver. Come on, man. Scott, you should have known this. Ed fucking Oliver on the hit on fucking Philip Lindsay. Bro, that was a smackdown. That was fucking Jerry Hughes fucking laying probably the biggest hit I've ever seen, not Jerry Hughes, biggest hit I've ever seen Ed Oliver do on somebody. I mean, he fucking flattened this dude. Bro, Listen, when I watch TV, when I watch games at my house, okay, let you guys know, I got a fucking huge 86-inch TV. I got a fucking surround sound like a motherfucker. I blast that shit. And I heard that fucking pop when he fucking hit that dude. And bro, he flattened him like a fucking pancake, dude. And I said, my God, bro. And that's the fucking Ed Oliver we drafted, bro. That's the guy that, McDermott was like wanting all along. And bro, we're fucking seeing it, dude. He is causing havoc, bro. He may not be getting a shit ton of sacks or anything, but my God, like he is fucking he's bringing the heat. By the way, guys, he doesn't always need to get a sack. If he's bringing the heat down the middle, this causes the quarterback to scramble to his left or to his right. And that's when Boogie comes into play, right? If Boogie's on the field, that's when Gregory Rousseau gets to eat. That's when Jerry Hughes gets to eat. AJ Epinesa gets to eat. That's why having Ed and fucking Star Lotulelei killing those offensive line, causing havoc, causing the quarterback to fucking get out of there. That's what it's all about, man. And bro, you trying to run up the gut on fucking Ed Oliver or Star Lotulelei. And by the way, that's another thing I wanted to get to. The rush defense. The one thing that I would say, except for getting to the quarterback, was a fucking major problem for this Buffalo Bills defense since they started building this team, right, in 2017. Always been we weren't very good against the run. Well, dude, that fucking shit has changed. So week 1, we allowed 75 total yards rushing. Total. That's fuck quarterback running for whatever. Week 2, 71. Week 3, 78. Week 4, 48. Bro, that's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. I haven't looked today, or actually it'll be tomorrow or Wednesday, the total team stats of who's in the lead on like total defense. I would assume it's us. I would assume because we ain't giving up shit and running, and we sure as fuck ain't giving up points and passing. I mean, we're not giving much up of any fucking thing. And we, like I said, we're bringing the heat on the quarterbacks now. We are getting sacks that's what we lacked last season. We are stopping the run, which we didn't do in the past 3 seasons underneath Frazier and McDermott. That was the one thing. That was the one knock. By the way, tackling, which was a major fucking issue, has gotten way better. The tackling is night and fucking day. Like, we are fucking doing our job now on the tackling. Like, we are getting players down. Like, there is no more missed tackles. Fucking awesome, man. This is all coming together perfect. And, bro, last season, the defense could not find their way. The offense found their way early on. They fucking ran out that fucking gate, boy. The defense was slow getting out of that gate. They eventually came around toward the end of the season. But it still wasn't that defense we know. This season was the total opposite. The defense came a fucking storming out the gate. The offense, kind of came out a little slow. But guess the fuck what? The offense has found their fucking mojo. And I feel bad for teams that we're playing. And by God, do we have a fucking lovely schedule. We have a fucking great schedule, guys. I don't know if you know that, but like the NFL gave us some fucking candy early on. Because, just a heads up, this fucking schedule, just a heads up in case you guys, aren't looking at the schedule. So we got, let's see here. We got the Bills at the Chiefs. Okay, that is a tough one. We all knew this. Bills at the Titans, but I had us losing this. Not anymore. The Titans are not the fucking Titans I thought they were going to be. We're going to win that fucking game. Dolphins at Bills. With the fucking Dolphins, what they're going through right now, that is a fucking win. Like that's not a problem at home. Bills at Jaguars. The Jaguars are one of the worst teams in the NFL. That's a fucking win. Bills at the Jets. Come on, man. By the way, kudos to the Jets. I had them getting fucking. I didn't think they were going to win a game this season, and I cannot believe they won. But that's still a fucking easy win. Colts at the Bills should not be a problem. Should not be a fucking problem. Colts. I had them losing this week. I was wrong. Bills at Saints. I do not trust their quarterback. Do not trust them. That's a win. Patriots at Bills. Patriots are fucking awful. That's a fucking win. Bills at Bucks. Okay, that's a tough game. We're going into Tampa. I don't know what's going to happen there. That is a fucking. Let's see how the season goes. But right now, we'll see. I listen. The fucking Patriots gave the Bucks a tough time, and the fucking Patriots aren't the fucking Bills on defense. So, good luck Brady on that game. Panthers at Bills. Panthers have a good defense, but we'll see how the season goes. I don't trust their team. I don't trust their offense. I'm not a huge on Sam Darnold. I think he's okay. I think that's an easy win. Bills at Patriots, another easy win. Falcons at Bills, that's a fucking easy win. Falcons are bad. And the Jets at the Bills, that's a fucking easy win. Bro, that's a fucking unbelievable schedule. That is a fucking lovely schedule. By the way, did I mention we're at home the last 3 or 4 games? I mean, dude, man, the NFL, thank you. Thank you, fucking Roger Goodell, whoever the fuck came up with that schedule. Because we will fucking take it. I mean, you did give us a fucking hard schedule last season, and we went 13-3. So this season, oh geez, man, I don't know, man. I had us going 15-2, by the way, before the start of the season. We'll see. We shall see, man. I do want to bring this up real quick. Are we trusting the process now? Are we trusting the process? I mean, what's kind of funny? A lot of new coaches, GMs go to different teams, right? Anything, any sport, right? Boxing. I'm not boxing. Brain fart. Baseball, basketball, football. They all say the kind of same thing. You kind of hear that. I'm coming in. We're going to fucking do this the right way. We're going to fucking draft it. We're going to get the right guys in the locker room. We're going to get the right fucking coaches. We're going to build this thing, the right way. We're going to get blah, blah, blah. You hear it all the time. And how often did we hear it as Bills fans, right? How often? This is the coach. This is the GM. This is the guy that's going to, the coach comes, right? He does his fucking press conference, the new coach, right? Chan Gailey, fucking, right? Who else? Fucking a million coaches. I'm having a brain fart here. God, who else? Fucking shitty coach. The guy that St. Doug that fucking quit on us. Thank God, because he's fucking wasn't going to do anything anyways. Rex Ryan. Fucking so many, dude. I'm just having a brain fart. But they all say the same thing. We're going to fucking get good talent here. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to fucking, we want the right guys. It never happened. They fucking were terrible. They did not bring the right people in here. They fucking did. Everything was wrong. And, of course, eventually you fucking start to think it's all bullshit, right? They all say that. They all say, just got to trust us. We're going to fucking do the right thing. This fucking city deserves better. Blah, 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 blah. About Chan Gailey is another fucking guy. Dick Duran. Now they're all coming to me. Bad. All fucking bad. Never fucking work out. So when we hire Sean McDermott, it says the same thing. Gotta trust the process. We're gonna we want guys in this locker room. It's gonna do the right thing. Blah 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 blah. So of course we gotta fucking bite into it, but we're still like in the back of our mind, we've heard it before. Okay, we've heard this fucking song and dance before. It's been fucking 25 years, guy. Like, don't give me this song and dance. I fucking heard it from fucking Rex Ryan. I heard it from fucking this guy, Greg fucking Williams, the defensive master. We fucking were like one of the worst defenses when he was our coach. I've heard it. And then we bring in fucking Brandon Bean. I'm like, all right, fucking guy. They know it. We'll see. Talking all that. They fucking did what they said they were going to do. They fucking did what they did exactly what they said. They are doing it. They are fucking doing it. They have built a fucking Super Bowl roster. They have built a fucking Super Bowl roster. They have fucking... This is the first time on any of my team that I can remember that I like, right? Except for the Pistons. I will say, because I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, we had Joe Dumars come and fucking, bro, it just proves my point. We were shitty forever. Joe Dumars comes, he fucking says he's going to do it, and they won a championship. I give him fucking credit, bro. He turned that fucking shitty, laughable organization around and won us a championship. And that's all you can want. I don't care what happens after. He got us the ring. And it was fucking awesome time to be a Piston fan when he was there and we were winning. Right? And now on the Buffalo Bills, we can finally fucking say it's a fucking awesome fucking time to be a fucking Buffalo Bills fan. And fucking we can fucking walk out of our fucking houses proud, not lying to ourselves. This is a fucking Super Bowl team. I could fucking debate anybody any fucking time if you want to debate me that this isn't a Super Bowl team. This is a fucking Super Bowl team. I'll bet it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I have total confidence in this team. So, trust the process. I fucking believe it. I trust it. Fucking thank you. Thank you. Brandon Bean, Sean McDermott. Thank you. McBean, you fucking did what you said you were going to do, and I fucking love it. Scott Blakely, Bean and McDermott, Paul. Yeah, bro. Exactly, bro. And bro, it's really, really tough to fucking get these guys. I'm being serious, man. Texans, someone from a Texans fan messaged me on YouTube. It was like, oh, we'll get you next year. Listen, I'm nice to everybody. I'm not going to fucking sit here and talk shit or whatever. And he didn't talk shit. He was just being a fan, and that's fine. So I told him, bro, listen, I know your pain. We were bad for fucking 20 something years. I fucking totally get it. I'm not going to fucking badmouth somebody's team when you're fucking shitty team because you got no fucking GM or coach in place. Like, I learned, like, bro, growing up as a fan, I didn't really get it. Like, I was probably one of those fans that are just like all about the players. You know, so we sign somebody, I'm like, yeah, Drew Bledsoe, whatever. Fucking Sean Merriman, Terrell Owens, like, and then I finally understood that's not about the fucking players. It's about the fucking GM and the coaches, then the players. I learned that. And I think, like, that's what it is. Like, a lot of fans don't really understand that of other teams. You got to have that in place. If you don't, you're fucking going to be in this cycle of fucking bullshit, of losing, of hopes going down the fucking drain because you got a fucking shitty management in place and shitty coaching. And this goes on all over the NFL. This is why coaches get fired often. This is why GMs get fired often. And teams just continue to find that guy that finally is the guy. And it took us fucking 20-something years, right? And we fucking finally got it. And thank God we gave them both extensions. They are here to stay for a fucking long time. Thank fucking God. I have the Hey, man, I'll tell you what, man. I think we paid him $10 million or something like that. That was more to get asses in the seats. Let's be real. But he still put up okay numbers. I'm not going to hate. I don't hate on it. Like, remember, I don't know if you were watching earlier. I said there's some guys that come to Buffalo Bills only play for 1 year, and Bills Mafia still kind of give them that love, right? There's only a few players that we don't. Terrell Owens, in my book, I'm cool with him. I give him love. He wasn't a shitty guy on our team. He wasn't a Kelvin Benjamin, a fucking asshole. Like, Terrell Owens came, he did his fucking thing. He fucking, and that was it. That was all he was supposed to do. We signed him 1 year. We knew the deal. It was just to get asses in the seats. But either way, he fucking did his job. He came, he didn't complain. It was a fucking bad team. So I have love for him. I have no fucking hate towards Terrell Owens, man. I don't. I think he's one of the best fucking receivers. He's a fucking Hall of Famer. So, nah, bro. Like, I love the fact that you got his jersey, man. I honestly, there's so many guys that came out of was in Buffalo and left that I still fucking love. I thought I feel bad for too. Players that were there a while that we just had so bad coaches, bad GMs, and I just feel bad for them, man, because we fucking let them down. They used up their talent with us, and that was it. You know what I mean? They had nothing else to offer anyone else because we used it all up. I'll give it so many examples. Eric Moulds was one of them. Eric Moulds was on this fucking team for 10 seasons. He's still not on the Wall of Fame, by the way, which he fucking should be. He put up 9,000 yards. He's the second all-time receiver by no one's even close, by the way. He stayed with us for 10 seasons. He had 5 different starting quarterbacks. I think he had 3 different head coaches. And I think 2 GMs, I believe. Bro. And he was, by the way, one of the best receivers in the game for the longest time when he was with us. He could have left any point of his career. If this was today and a player like that was on a roster, on a team, he would either ask to be traded or he would fucking, when his contract was up, he would fucking get the fuck out of town. That dude fucking stayed on our team for all those seasons, and Buffalo Bills give him nothing. No credit, no fucking Wall of Fame for putting up big time numbers with different quarterbacks, different coaches. By the way, different offensive coordinators with different philosophies, different systems. He still put up those numbers. So the disrespect, the Buffalo Bills or whoever fucking runs that Wall of Fame, that's the one thing I don't get. I fucking don't get it. But Peerless Price, once again, another guy that fucking was with us for a little bit. I love that guy, dude. He put up some good fucking numbers, and unfortunately, he got out. It is what it is. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I really don't. He was going nowhere with this fucking team. But we've had great running backs. Done nothing. I mean, like nothing. So, hey, that's the past. This is the now. These players, by the way, want to come to Buffalo, current players. I love it, man. I fucking love it. And now, Buffalo, Brandon Beane, we could be a little bit more picky on who we sign, right? Who we're bringing here, right? Because we have a fucking good team in place. So, yeah, dude, I am fucking loving this fucking team. Yeah, their uniform was crazy. I have the Eric Moles away jersey. A lot of people hate it. I don't hate it. I whatever. It is what it is. I like the home, obviously, a little better. But, dude, those jerseys are hard to get, man. And especially, like, authentic in your size. It's fucking tough. What else did I want to get into? There was something else I thought. No, I think that's it. I think that is it. All right, guys. Hey, just a heads up. I'm gonna be on Friday on hashtag sports. So I don't know if you guys watch hashtag, if you guys know of them, but they're pretty fucking big. I go on hashtag tailgate talk on hashtag sports at 7:30 on Fridays. And then I do my own show on Saturdays at 7:35 called the AFC East Shakedown. It's a fun show, man. I have a Dolphins fan that joins me every week. I got a Patriots podcast guys that join me, Trevor and Juan. And it's just fun, man. We talk all AFC East and we just bullshit around and whatever. You know, it's a fun show. So if you guys can check it out or just watch the replays. And then I do this every Monday at 6:35, man. So thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate everybody that obviously. I want to say thank you because listen, there's a fucking million Buffalo Bills content guys out there. And dude, just the fact that fucking one person watches me is pretty fucking cool, man. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Bills Mafia #1, and I am out. Peace.